Hi and welcome to the Mta Networking Fundamentals course. This is just a brief video to explain what's involved in the Networking Fundamentals course and just to give you a quick view of the different blocks that are on this page that you will be interfacing with on a daily basis, hopefully. Okay, so just to give you an idea, we have your e-tutor contact list here. So you've got 3 tutors that you can email or message in the Moodle messaging block. You have your participants here. Okay, so this is a list of all the students that are active on the course. Then you have a list of online users, so whoever is logged on in the last 5 minutes will be displayed here for you. You also have your progress bar, which allows you to, monitor your progress as you complete the course. Okay, so you can actually look at that and see which sections you have and have not completed. Obviously green means you have completed it. Then you have your messages here, so if there's any messages from your tutor or from any other peers in the course, they'll be displayed here, and when you log on you will get a little pop-up message to say that you have a new message. You have your course book, okay, which will be dispatched to you after you've been active on the course for over 2 weeks. You've got your latest news block, okay, so what this does is just displays the latest news, maybe from a tutor or whatever it might be in relation to jobs or part-time courses or whatever the topic may be. You have your private files, which allow you to manage and upload a file that you might wish to work on at a later time. Then you have your recent activity, which just goes through your activity in Moodle that you've been actively working on. Okay, then you have your calendar, okay, that might display past events that would have happened for maybe, for example, live lectures that were previously run. And then you have any new up and coming events will be added here, and you can add them into the calendars just for reminders. Okay, so let's just talk about the Networking Fundamentals course. So what you've done is there are 3 MTA courses. The first one that you're on right now and looking at is the MTA Networking Fundamentals. There's another course called the MTA Database Administration. And then the other course that there is the Software Development Fundamentals course. So there are 3 MTA courses that you can be enrolled into. You can do all 3, you can just do one. It really depends on your interest and what sector of the IT, area that you wish to start or to discover. Okay, so we're on the Networking Fundamentals. So if you have more queries about the different MTA courses, you can contact your tutor about them. Okay, so there's 3 lessons, Lesson 1, Lesson 2 and Lesson 3, and they are referenced in the ebook, which you will receive 2 weeks after you've been active. So for example, the first lesson, which is Understanding Network Infrastructures, you need to reference Lesson 1, 3, 7 and 8 in the ebook, and so on for Lesson 2 and Lesson 3. Okay, and then here you've got we call it the big bird that just displays the live tutor hours when we're available for contact. Why am I here? Just goes through information about a network administrator / engineer, what it's about, you can just have a little read in there. You have your course forums, which goes through the different queries that you might have or that the tutors might want to inform you about. For example, you have course query forms, which might be queries about the course. Then you have technical difficulty forms. So you can actually add a new discussion into these forms, or you can read forms that you would have received by email or by logging in here, just to view different topics. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so the next one we have is Course Essentials. And in here just basically has the essentials for your course in relation to documentation, your ebook, some videos that you can use to complement learning in the networking course. So the first one we have is your study guide. Okay, so you can read that. It just gives you a brief introduction about the MTA course and your study guide. Your individual learning plan, which is quite important, and we ask you all to complete this. And what it does, it just maps out how you plan to manage your weekly work for the networking course. So it's set up into 15 weeks, which is what is given for this course. And then and then you will sit the exam after that. So the individual learning plan just allows you to stay on target, and if any circumstances might change, that you can change your learning plan. Maybe that it might push your study out by a couple of weeks. So that's up to you to kind of monitor, and it kind of helps you have targets and goals as you progress through the course. Okay, so it keeps an eye on tracking of your progress. The student how-to guides, okay, you can have a look at there. Then you have your Learn Key videos, which is a really important part of this course, and it actually outlines the whole course for you. It's an online learning video session used by Learn Key, and it's automatically authenticated, so there's no login details. So once you click on this link here to log into it, your Moodle details should allow you to log in. Now, there has been some technical difficulties in the past, so if you have any, just email one of the tutors, but that will allow you to go through the whole course. Okay, so it's a very useful resource. So every time you go through the lessons, keep coming back to, as I said, the lesson is separated into 3 sections. So when you look at the Learn Key video, make sure you reference the sections in this so you can work side by side with it. Then you also have your ebook, okay, which you will have access to after 2 weeks in the course, and that is the whole book for your course. Then you have your Measure Up video, and what this is the Measure Up is a tool, okay, that allows you to test your knowledge. It will also give you extra resources for learning, for content learning. And then what you can do is you can basically set it up to be like a mock exam before you're ready to sit the real exam. So there's loads of questions in here that you answer to test your knowledge. You can also use it as a resource for learning. So that's also a very useful resource. And again, you will receive access to that after 2 weeks, so make sure you email your tutor in order to get the key for this. You also have your Skills Softs book, and this is an application that allows you to log in and to view hundreds of books in there. That could be about any topic, but obviously in relation to networking, for example, you would search for different networking books in here. It's free access in here, so this should be something you should check out. Okay, so there's a few links there in relation to it if you have any queries. It's usually the same kind of queries if you can't log in, so check out these links here. Okay, and other resources, you've got your useful software downloads. Okay, so they might be some software that you might need throughout the modules, so they will be under useful software downloads. Student resource recommendations. In here, some students would have uploaded some videos that they might have found along the way that might be helpful to people. So again, this is something that you can look at or you can add to. Okay, so that's student collaboration recommendations. Then you've got your networking glossary of terms. Okay, so because there's a lot of acronyms in the networking course, the glossary of terms will be very, very useful. And then you also have a document in here for career development resources. Okay, so that's all involved in your course essentials. Okay, so the next section is your live online tutorials, and there is usually a weekly live session which you'll be obviously notified by email for a time and date when you can log in and have a live session or a live chat with your tutor. Okay, and at the end of every live session there will be a video that will be uploaded of the session, so if you miss it you can always come back to it again. There will also be the slides from the session. If there's any extra resources or material that the tutor might feel will complement your learning, they'll be uploaded in here. And there's always a chat after every session that allows all the students to log into a room basically and chat with other students. So that's your live online tutorials. Okay, so we're getting there. So next thing, you have your 3 lessons, which is basically your course content. So lesson 1, okay, it outlines your objectives there for lesson 1. Again, you've got Learn Key here, and Learn Key is separated into 3 sessions, session 1, session 2 and session 3, which is equal to lesson 1, lesson 2 and lesson 3. You've got online videos and tutorials in here for you to use. You've got a glossary of terms for this lesson. You have assignments, and then you have self-assessment quizzes, which are automatically corrected for you, but the assignments will be submitted to the tutor and the tutor will correct them and provide feedback. So that's lesson 1. Now you can also navigate this way. You can go back through networking, or you can select lesson 2 to move on. So this is understanding network hardware. Again, it gives you your objectives. Check out session 2 and learn key, and then you look at the content that's uploaded here for you. Okay, and then again you've self-assessment quizzes. So let's go to lesson 3. Understanding protocols and services. Again, outlines objectives. Your learn key, check out session 3 in your learn key for this lesson 3, and then you have your online tutorials and videos that are uploaded here for you to work through. And again, you have some self-assessment quizzes. So between all the content for the 3 lessons here and the live online sessions from your tutor and anything other students might post up and to share will all be accumulated for an end goal, which is you passing and sitting the MTA exam. Okay, so the next section or the next topic is your Mta exam preparation. So in here, it's just an example of 100 questions. Okay, so in here you can, very similar to Measure Up, okay, which again tests your knowledge. So it's just exam preparation for you. You've got 2 different sections in here, exam preparation 1 and exam preparation 2. So there's 100 questions, and then there's 117 questions in both of those tests, again just to help you prepare. And then at the end of this course, when you have completed it and you're ready to sit the exam, we would like you to submit your post-course feedback, just to give us some information about how you've got on with the course, what you think about it, and anything that you might add that you think would be helpful for us maybe going forward to change, etc. So that's your post-course feedback. Okay, so hopefully you might have found this session just quick, brief, and gives you just an introduction onto the networking course.